now see my screen, right? Now, Kennedy, whatever you do as a content creator, that part where you create your content, that particular side where you create your content is the back end. That is the side where the customer does not see, or your traffic viewers, or your site visitors, they do not see. Like you can see from this blog post, this is now the back end. This is where you make editings to your website. This is where you make all the functionalities in your website run. This is where you put everything in order for your website to run. So whatever the website visitors see, whatever they see, is now the front end. That is now the face of your website. Like you can see this one now here. So this is what people see when they visit this envirosolutions.wordpress.com. This is what they see. So whatever they see is the front end. Some will say it is the user interface. We say UI, user interface. But then we'll just use a simple word. Let us call it the front end. Front end, back end. Back end is now the side, that other side where you as a web developer you'll be working from. So you work from the back end, but then your traffic viewers or your website viewers, they see whatever you've done from the front end. I think we are together up to that point. We are together up to that point. Now, that is how you can start your blog post or your blog in a WordPress environment or in a blog post environment. These are not paid plans, but then I've told you do not have full access to your website, because even the back end, you do not have full functionalities of each and every part of it. There are some, or I will say, you cannot give your website the design you will wish it to have if you're using a paid plan, because you do not have access to the control panel. Remember we said control panel gives you more functionality or gives you more rights to your website, because from there you can install various applications, you can install various themes and designs, and you can make various changes to your layout. Now, I presume that you can now create a blog post or a blog site both in Blogger and WordPress. So in this curriculum, actually, we'll be talking more on WordPress, because we said, remember, we are working. WordPress is a content management system or software that manages web pages. So I want us now to go to, we now have an ideal example where we have a paid domain and a hosting, and we have all these two. We have the niche and we have the paid domain and hosting. So we now want to create and customize and install all these things in our blog site. And I would say in this case we have marketitagency.co.ke. It is a paid plan, right? That is, now we have the paid domain, and then we have the paid hosting, because it is already paid. Remember, I told you very well that once you want to do anything now to your website, once you have the domain and the hosting, what you do is now you go to your cPanel. You go to your cPanel. So how do I access my cPanel from here? So I'll just put a // then I write cPanel. I write cPanel. Remember I told you the other day that once you've bought a domain, let me give you an example that once you've bought a domain, how it will appear. Once you bought a domain, you can see from this email here, this one I got for a client, that your cPanel for this website is this. You can see, okay, this one I changed the password, but then let me see another one here, because it normally comes with some passwords that you cannot actually. So you can see this one, cPanel account details for this. So once you purchase, you will receive a message like this that will show you your login details. Login details is this one, then your password is that one, and then your cPanel URL is this. Instead of going to this one, you can actually use your domain name, then you /cPanel. You hear that? Your domain name /cPanel. You can see from here. My domain name /cPanel. So let me go to this cPanel. I assume I've given the right details. Yes. So you can see it is logging successfully. Now this is the cPanel I have. This is my cPanel. So from the, remember we said that from the cPanel is where you can set your email accounts, you can set the forwarders, you can set autoresponders, and each and everything to do with email, you do it from here. Anything to do with files, anything to do with jet backup, billing and support. Billing and support, this is majorly for, it might, you might come to a particular time that you need to purchase, or you want to purchase a particular theme for your website. Yes, you want to purchase a theme for your website. We'll talk about that in a few. You want to purchase a theme in your website, so you can actually put in your billing details from here, so it will actually be very much easy. The files is where we say that all your digital files are here. All the different parts, or all the different pages and files that you have hosted in your website, they're here. You can see the file manager for both for documents, we have the images, we have all the accounts, they are under files. SEO and marketing tools, that is just for marketing your website or your blog site. So once you are in your cPanel, you've now installed, or you've now bought a plan, you've now bought a domain, and you've bought a hosting plan. You've received your email confirmation, which is this one now. You've logged on to your cPanel, which is what we've done here. So what do we do, or how do we move from there? So you come to this one here, Softaculous Apps Installer. Softaculous App Installer, or we have software here. So either you can use from software, or you can use Softaculous Apps Installer. And you can see WordPress is right here. Or still from software, we still have Softaculous Apps Installer. It is still there. Or you can still, quick access is here, WordPress theme. Or we have WordPress Manager by Softaculous. This is still the same. Because we are creating a WordPress website, so what do we do? Remember, our steps are this way. We've identified our niche. We have a domain and hosting. So what do? We want to create and install the apps. So that is what we want to do. We want to install the apps. So which app are we installing? The content management system, which is now WordPress. So you come to WordPress, click onto WordPress, because that is the CMS we are going to use. I remember I told you the other day that we have quite a number of CMS, very many CMS. So here we want to install WordPress. So you can see it is from here. But now you can see from here, I already have these ones already installed. This one is running on WordPress installed. This one is also has a WordPress installed. But what do we do? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a directory, because I can still install this WordPress in a directory within my main domain. My main domain is marketidagency.co.ke. So what do? I want to create a domain, and I want to create a directory, and in that directory I'm going to install a WordPress there, simply because I already have a WordPress installed in this main directory. Are we together? So I come to install now. Then from here I'll change to this. Then I create in which directory. I can create in this directory. I name it blog. So my WordPress is going to be installed in this directory known as blog. So I can give it a name. Maybe we call it marketing blog. And then it has the password. You give it a password, an admin username. Maybe you can give it you can just leave it at admin. Then you can use a password here. You can use one, or you can generate, but let me just use that the one that I've given out there. Then give it a site description. We'll just talk about it, everything marketing, everything marketing. So once you've set up all these things, what is left here is just to install. From here you can now select some of the themes if you want to use these themes here, but there is no need. You can just use the basic theme. This is 2022. Then I just install, and you can now see my WordPress is being installed. Perfect, congratulations, the software was installed successfully, and you can see WordPress has been successfully installed. This is the domain, this is the directory that is then you can access it from here. WordPress blog. So you remember we have a username admin and the password that was right shown there. So that is what we'll use to log onto our WordPress. Now we are now moving to the WordPress backend. We are now moving from cPanel, and we are now moving to the WordPress backend. Why? Because we've now installed the WordPress theme, or we now installed the WordPress CMS. We've now not even a theme, but the WordPress CMS, because we're now going to develop a website from the WordPress. Our website address is this one here, and you can see when I click it, it will show me it is very empty. This is now the marketing blog. Hello world. That is what it loads. It is very as simple as it is. So what do we do to make it attractive? What do we do to make it look fancy? What do we do to make it look like a real website or like a real blog? So what you do, we go to the back end of this website. How do we go to the back end? From the address here, you can see that I have the address here, marketitagency.co.ke/blog, because it is installed in this directory known as blog. So in this directory is where we go to its backend, and the backend we go to w-admin. W is just for WordPress, -admin. So from here we now have the login details. These login details are those that you put when installing the WordPress. You remember we had admin, and then the password here was something like that. Password compromise alert. It wants me to reset to create a new password, but then it will take me to a different let me go to my address and see the password. That is my cPanel. Or let me get the password. I can't remember it. I don't know whether we changed it, but then once you have your password, let me just check from my email, because it is normally sent once you install a WordPress theme. It is normally sent onto your email to show that it was successfully installed, and then it shows you the login details. fine, at least we now have it. It is still loading, but now this is now the backend. You can see from here we still have marketitagency.co.ke/blog/wpin-admin. It will take you to the new WordPress you just installed. It now takes you to the back end of your WordPress, and you can see it is still the same as the one we had when we were doing blog. You can see it is dashboard, posts, media, pages, comments, appearance, plugins. All these are the same as the one you saw when we were creating that free domain, the free plan blog that we created just some few minutes ago. So this is the whatever you will see from your backend. This is some of the things you will see from your backend. Once you've installed your WordPress successfully, this is what you will see. So from here, what do you do? Because ideally you've seen, once you go to you visit the site. Let me open a new tab and you see it from here. The front end looks like this, but now at the back of your mind, this is not what you want. You want a website that is very dynamic, a website that shows everything about you, a website that talks about your projects, or a website that talks about your content. So what do? You come to appearance, because we now want to customize. We are now talking about customizing this blog. Come to appearance, and then from here you can see we have to change a theme, or we have to select a theme. But you can see we are still having these normal themes here. We're still having this 2022, this 2020, and then 2021. But ideally this is not what we want. We want a theme that is very dynamic. Like let me just pick another marketing blog. Let us find another blog maybe from here just by googling and see whatever kind of theme they are using. Like this one is a blog. This is a blog. So you want something, maybe it might not be as close as this, but you want something that is actually very nice to show. So what do we do? I want to now to talk about installing themes. Where do we find these WordPress themes? Because you've seen from here we only have these two themes and they are almost the same. So maybe activating this theme will not make a big difference to our front end. If I install this one, it won't make a big difference to our front end. So what do? We want a great theme, a theme that is all about blogging. So this one will make you to do some coding, so that you have the tab here, you set up the header, you set up the footer, you set up the body part, but then we are not there for all those time. So what do? We need to find a theme. How and where do we find these themes? These themes are now some of the apps that we are talking about here. You can see we have now installed our WordPress, so we now want to install the apps. And theme, in as much as it is just for display, but then, or it is now for the UI, the user interface, or the front end, but then it affects how your website will attract visitors. So where and how do we find themes? So just Google. We have WordPress themes. WordPress themes. You can Google WordPress theme, but to find them directly, we always go to a market. There is a marketplace where you can purchase themes, known as Elementor Market. So Elementor Market, they sell ready-made themes. So what you do, once you purchase the theme from there, you just come and make editings where you want to edit, because it comes with remember when I told you about demo data. Any theme that you purchase from Elementor, like this is Elementor, let me show you. Anything you purchase from Elementor will come with full demo data. You can see the Elementor elements. So from here you get all the themes you want. Let us see if you can find a theme for marketing, for a marketing blog. Still loading. But maybe you might be having the challenges of you don't want to spend so much when creating a website. So I'll be showing you where and how to get cracked versions of WordPress themes. Cracked versions of WordPress themes. And this will be using various two websites. Number one website is WP Locker, known as WordPress Locker. So WP Locker is also another where some developers just came around and say, no, we have to create cracked versions. Like, you know, this is in this era and time, everything is always available for almost everyone to access. And like another website we're gonna use is ThemeForest. So we'll be using these two websites, ThemeForest.net and WP Locker. Let me share this one in the chat section. I don't know where is my chat section. It is not even showing anywhere. But you have it, wplocker.com and the ThemeForest. So whatever is being sold on Elementor Market, which is a marketplace for WordPress theme, you can find it free from these two websites. So let us do a quick search here for marketing blog website. For example, marketing blog websites. You can see we have digital agency marketing, we have creative startup, we have these ones, we have these they're quite a lot. So it is you, so you'll have to take much time in choosing which one do you prefer, or which one do you like most. It can take you some good time in choosing your desired theme. It can take you some good time in choosing your desired theme. Let us look for another one here. Marketing blog WordPress theme, or marketing blog theme. And you can see from here we have quite a number, and you can see their prices here. Like this one is $41, this one is $59. That's quite a lot of money. But then how do I'll have to show you how to get them for free. You might find a theme here at ThemeForest or at Elementor Market. Like you can see, this one is Mercury affiliate, but I just saw another Mercury somewhere. This is Mercury version 3.7 gambling and casino affiliate WordPress theme. So it could be the same. I don't know. This one is Mercury affiliate. This is 3.9. This is 3.7. So this is an advanced version. This is an advanced version of this one. But you can now see. So here you will get it for free, but then here you'll have to purchase it. Like you can see, this one is going for $79. So let us just get a random theme here, then I take you on how to download and install these themes. Let me say if you have this one. Let me go with this one, GRAS 1.0.2 Digital Agency Marketing and CEO WordPress theme. You can see the demo file is here, so let us look at the demo. the only problem with this free version is that they come with a lot of ads, so you just have to be very patient. But it is worth the wait instead of buying a theme at almost $79 or maybe. But then I'm saying this just if you're working on your own personal website. But then if you're working for a client, it is in good order that you get a website that is very nice. That is, you can see this one is going for $59, the crash. But now we want to get a cracked version of it. So it's live preview. Let us see how it's gonna look like, or how it's looking like. You can see it is in the Elementor market, so you can buy it. So this is how it looks like. We have these. This is for home 1, for home 2 looks like this. Then home 3 looks like this. Home 4. Let me look at this home 3. This home 3 looks nice. Yeah, it looks like this, something like this now. Crash, home, portfolio, services. Then you have that home page. We have that customized. You can see you can now see how responsive it looks like. You can see, so we can use. Let us now use this. So once you've identified your theme, the theme files are always here. So no, we normally use zippy share. So this is the link to the theme file. We also have these other ones you can use, but then zippy share always give optimum product, because then they have not actually removed some of the parts. You know, for a version or for a theme to be cracked, some elements or some parts have to be cracked off. So, but then for zippy share, it is normally very it almost brings all the files. But then quite unfortunate that this file has expired and does not exist anymore. So let us find another theme. That is now the problem with the cracked version. It requires a lot of patience, and then let us see if you can have another theme. But any type of website you are designing or you want to design, all their themes are there. Are you designing a blog? You are designing an organizational website. You are designing an NGO. All the blogs, all the themes are here. All what you need is that patience and patience and patience. So let me talk of digital marketing website theme. Let me see if we'll find this one. Let me find we'll just go with any that we have, so that to save time. Let us close this ad. This one looks somehow nice. I don't think if we'll go for demo. Let us just go to download the files first and see if it is still there or it has expired. And luckily we have this one now. So you can see you have requested this file Gentium 121 RAR, and then you can see the size is there. So the problem is these websites, they always have a lot of ads. So it is just patience. It requires a lot of patience. And you can see it is downloading down here, Gentium 121. So as it downloads, let me look at the demo files and see how it appears. Guys, when it comes to selecting a theme, this is where you need to be very keen. This is where you need to be very, very keen, because remember, it is the theme. It is the theme that makes you, what actually makes you differentiate a website, that you'll see that this website actually looks very nice from this other website, is the kind of theme that they have used, is the kind of theme applied onto it. Leave alone the customization, but it is the kind of theme. So we have our theme right here, Gentium. Let me open it. Let me see where it is. Where it has been downloaded. Okay, it is here now. Let me take it to my desktop. Let me move it to desktop. Hope you're still together. I believe I've not lost you guys. So I have my Gentium here. So let us unzip it. Extract files. We have to extract files in order to see if it has all the components. It has everything that we need. And then I'll love to show you the various things that you have to look for once you have downloaded your theme. We have the documentation. This one just shows you how you will handle the theme. But then you come to this, the name of the theme, Gentium. You again extract here. We have it here. So once you have this, always look for this style. Always look for these two files, style and index. Style and index. Index, because this one was written by HTML. This one contains all the different codes, that is used in that theme. And then the style is now the layout used in that theme. You can see if I was to open or just to give a quick look of this index, I can open it with my VS, or is normally called VS Code or Visual Studio Code. Let me see if it will open and see the files or whatever is written in that particular index.file. But then that is not what we are doing. That is just part of an added skill on it. It is still loading. You can see this is now VS Code. This one will now show you all the different codes, used in that particular theme. You can see from here. So if I was to make changes to that theme, I can still change it from here. I can change this the package name to whatever I want it to be. That is if I want. But then we're leaving at that. These are the different codes that it has. So always look for that index file, index, and the style file. Once you have that, then your theme is okay and ready to upload. So come back to your, can now close this, close, because you now have the theme. Let us come to theme. We are here. So you come to add new theme, still on your backend. For WordPress backend, come to add new theme. Somebody wants to connect. Oh, no one is there. Okay, add new theme. So from here we are not adding all these other themes, but we are adding our own. But still, you could have used these other ones. If you don't want to take all this process of finding a theme from WP Locker or Jojo themes. Hello? You're not getting me?
No, your screen. I think you can share your screen.
Oh, my screen. Oh, my screen is not visible. Okay, sorry. Let me share again. Where did but I can see my okay, fine. Okay, I see. Where did you lose? Where did you stop seeing my screen? You saw where we got the theme? Hello?
Yeah, I think you are showing us two files, index and style.
And the style, okay, fine. Then we're just okay then. So once you've confirmed the files are there and they just downloaded theme, so you come to upload theme. Come back to appearance. Are we together? There is a message. When you open with when I open with VS Code. Okay, no, VS Code I just opened just to show you whatever is in the index file, because that is the key. That is the key file that you have to confirm before you install your theme. So just come to appearance, then themes, appearance themes, then come to add new theme from here. Because we're not installing from this one, these ones are already inbuilt with WordPress. It came with your WordPress that you installed, so it is just for you to choose and then you install. See, you can just install this and then you activate. But then we are coming to we are uploading our own because we've downloaded the one that actually is part of our niche. There is a marketing blog. So you choose the file, and one thing is that before you install your theme, always make sure that it is in zip file. It is zipped, and remember this one was zipped. It is Gentium, so it is this Gentium, the zipped one. You can see this one, this one we are uploading. So we upload, then you install. The other way you can still upload this theme is you can still upload it from the back end. And you can now see installing theme from uploaded file Gentium, unpacking, installing theme installed successfully. Now we have our theme installed. Once you've installed, you just activate. You activate to make it live. You can now see our theme is there. So you can activate. Once you activate, it will not affect the front end immediately. You can see once it will make very little change. If I come and reload my front end from here, you can see my front end is reloading. You will see that it will make very little change. In fact, it will be very slight change. It's taking time. There it is. It is now loading. You can now see it has made the changes. It has made the changes to our blog. You can now see that other one we didn't have this everything marketing. We only had the hello word, but then the hello word had a different font styles, had a different something of that sort. You can now see we have the marketing blog there in a red color, or I don't know whether it is red or maroon, whatever. Then we have these other menu builders. So you can now see it has made some little changes to our front end. So now our next thing is now to customize. How do we customize? Guys, this theme here comes with what is known as plugins. It comes with what is known as plugins. The same way in an organization, you have the different departments. We can have the HR, we have the accounting, we have the procurement, we have the customer service. These are all departments joined together to make one full organization. They work hand in hand to actually make the organization achieve its achieve its purpose. The same way with the website, we have what is known as plugins. So these plugins are just the different things that make this website responsive, and this is what makes this website to have that look. So we have a plugin that is just for managing emails. We have a plugin for managing the speed of your website. We have a plugin for managing, I'll say, pages, or I will say a plugin that is for managing your marketing part of your website. So those are just the different parts of all the different plugins we have. So once you have or installed your theme, you can see from here, this theme requires the following plugins: Elementor Page Builder. This theme recommends the following plugins: Contact Forms 7 and One-Click Demo Import. So what do you do? Before you go to customize, you can install these recommended plugins. You install these recommended plugins. So right from appearance, you just move to plugins, install plugins, and you can see this one is not installed, but then the type it's showing you that it is required or recommended. So what you do, you install. It is downloading, then it comes with that, it comes with the theme. So yours is just to install. But again, we have other premium versions of plugins. Maybe you will find that this theme, the plugins that it has come with, are not what you want. You want a different plugin to manage something in your website. But then that plugin, maybe you will find that when you go to plugin market or Envato market, you will find that that plugin is a premium, or it needs a premium version of it for it to work or to function effectively. So once you have that, you can install this. Let us just install all then before we activate. Before you install a program. You've now seen the program, the steps. That is, install, move to backend. Once you're in backend, go to Softaculous or WordPress theme installer, install WordPress. Once you've installed your WordPress, move to give me a minute, but the plugins are still installing. Give me a minute. Yes, I'm back. The plugins are still installing, right? Okay, install this one also. So these plugins you're installing are just whatever that will make our theme to be that effective, or actually to look the same way we saw it before installing it. That is how it will actually appear. That is how it will actually appear. And the most of this plugin here is now what we call the demo import. This plugin here, this is what brings all whatever the dummy data that this plugin contains, because it is what will actually make you know that this part is for this thing, this part is for this thing, this is for this. So it becomes very much easy for you to edit. It becomes very much easy for you to edit. Remember guys, I told you that this whatever website we are creating it without coding. Because maybe you might be having that knowledge of HTML, CSS, JS, but then you're not that proficient. Maybe when it comes to coding, you all those syntax, attributes, and whatever, you don't get anything of it. But then you can still create a professional looking website just from whatever we are doing here. So once you've installed all the plugins, what the next step here is just to activate. So I can just select all and then activate, and then I apply. And then I apply install plugins. Yes, still here. This is where we are. Come to appearance, then come to plugins. We have plugins here. Let us see if we need any new plugin. Let us see the installed plugins, are they activated? Yes, you can now see one-click demo import active, PixelX core active, PixelX elements active. Hello Dolly. And another just beside these plugins, there are some other plugins that you will need to know or you need to install in your blog post. And number one of it is this Axmet anti-spam. It actually helps to it notifies you whenever somebody tries to log into your website as a spammer, or whenever it actually helps in blocking spam, either spam contents, spam access, or anything from hacking. I would say that. So it is Axmet. Then we also have the security plugins. You can as well add that onto your WordPress theme. You can still have image optimizer, because when you will be having different images in your website, they can actually lower the speed of your website. But then how do you get these plugins? So once you are in this plugin window, you can just come to add new, appearance, plugins, add new. Then you can always search the plugin from this plugin or from the WordPress library. The plugins are always there. Some are free, some are premium. So it depends with which plugin do you want, or which plugin is missing in your website. Once you have all these, they are all active. Let me activate the Axmet. But it will require an account. We don't need an account now. Let me go back to dashboard. Let us try to reload our website and see how it will look like. Yes, it is not yet active. So what do we do next? Let us first of all identify some parts that we need to customize in this appearance, or in this our theme. So still move to customize. So from here is where you set what we know as site identity. They're just the little setups that you do to your website. So you can give you the site identity. We already have it, marketing blog. Then the tagline is market it, everything. Then you can select an icon, site icon. Site icon is just, you can see from these softaculars, you can see this little image here. This is what we call the site icon. Let me show you from Market It Agency. This one, you can see this small logo here. This is the site icon. So the site icon is actually a difference. This one, it shows in the address. It shows in the address. You can see somewhere here. This is now the site icon. So you can change it, or you can give it an image from here. We can select an image from, I don't know if I have any particular image. Here in the desktop, I think I have some images from somewhere. Let me just give that WordPress. Let me use the WordPress. So the moment I select and apply, save, publish, then once I reload, you will see it. It will show up there, the site icon. You can now see from here, this is now the site icon. So you can do these little changes from here. The header image, if you want to apply an image or the logo, you can use here. You can apply there. Background image and color, menus, widgets, you can all change them from there. But now, how do you want, or where do we get the demo data from? How do we get the demo data from? Remember I said that each and every theme comes with its own way of installation. Like for this one, you can see it comes with theme templates. It has theme templates. Some will have the demo data down here. Some will show you that the name, under the name of the theme, maybe a name of the theme might appear somewhere here, then it shows you import demo data. But now, when you reload our image or our website, you can see it's still very blank. What do we do? What we need now to do is to import the demo data, so that we now see what goes where and where do we add or where do we edit. So just come to appearance, then from this import demo data, this is where we go to. We import our demo data, and now you can see it is a one-click demo data. Remember, we had a plugin known as one-click demo import. This is what we're going to use. This is the plugin that will be responsible for importing all this information. You can see this, our theme should actually have all this content, all this, like this image here. It should have all this accordion, we call them accordion, with all this information down here. So from here, before we import, we have to select which theme do we want to import, or rather which part or which type of this theme do you want to import. You can now see we have this one, we have this one also, we have the studio demo. This one they are all part of the theme we've installed. So it is just you to say, or to decide out of all these ones, which one should I go for. You can see each and every one has its own different image and display type. So let's say I'm going to import this. So I just come here and tap on import demo. Import demo, cross check everything, then import. And you can see now our contents is importing. Our contents are importing. So once it is done, when you go back to your front end and you reload, this is actually what you're going to see on your front end. This is what you're going to see on your front end. On your user interface, you're going to have our website. The name will not be Gentium now, but the name will be Market It Agency, because we've now set our site identity already. So it will only marry with whatever we've set. Whether it's Gentium, it will replace with marketing blog, or the few details that we've already added. And there we go. Our import is complete now. Once you have a ready import, once it is complete, once you visit your website or you just reload from here, you now see your website very vibrant, or your website actually containing all that information that we had. And guys, now you can see from here the website address is still marketitagency.co.ke/blog. Remember, we installed it in this directory where we had /blog. That is the directory we used to install this theme and to install everything. So from here you can make the changes. You can now see the website is now up. The website is now up. And remember, this website comes with an Elementor. An Elementor is another plugin that is now used to edit the page. So this theme was created on Elementor Page Builder. So that Elementor is what we use to make the editing. If you now want to use this to remove this Agentium, we do the same. We use the Elementor. If you want to change this, we are a digital agency, that is now where we make the few changes from A to Z. From A, even if I reload it from here, that is all that we're gonna have, because now we have a ready theme and our theme is already activated. Out of that, we've already installed some of the plugins, that is required plugins. After installing all the required plugins, we've now imported our demo data. Once you import your demo data, you now have your website as it is. The same way you saw it, the same way you saw the theme before you install it onto your website, that is how it will appear. Now you can see, once you look at this theme here, it looks like not even really a blog, but now this one I'll say is an agency, or is like a commercial blog. This is actually a commercial blog. This is a commercial blog because you can see it has services. The moment you see a services option there, the moment you see about us there, the moment you see anything, it gives more information about this organization known as Gentium. So this is, though we were to talk about the next website that we were to create was a company website or an agency website. So it's like we've actually joined both a blog website and a company website, but then the process is the same. The only difference with the blog is blogs, instead of all these things to do with services and anything and about and work or portfolio, a blog doesn't have. A blog only has parts for posts, where you will see these are recent posts or latest posts, related posts. That is how. So if you were to look for a theme specifically for a blog, then you could have seen the difference. But now this is actually is for a company website or an agency website. It's a very commercial website, but then you've seen the process. It is still the same. Even if you were to install a theme for a blog, when it comes to looking for a blog theme, either in Jojo Themes, we said we have Jojo Themes, we have WP Locker, and then we have Elementor Market. Elementor Market is now for sale of these themes. Jojo Theme is under maintenance, sorry about that. But then it is also in Jojo Theme or at jojothemes.net. Here we can also have cracked versions of WordPress themes, cracked versions. So we've said where we'll only find cracked versions of website themes is Jojo Themes and WP Locker. Theme Forest have premium version. Theme Forest, and you could see we've now installed this theme here without using a theme. Our website is very much lively. What we now need to do is just now the simple editing. Remove this one, put our own. Remove this one, we put our own. Remove this one, we put our own. And plus adding more of those plugins that you actually need to make this website run effectively. But you could see theme forest we've said is for premium version. If you want a cracked version, go to WP Locker, and always use ZPShare. ZPShare is a website also that will help you to download these themes. So until this very part, anything that is not clear, because I want, before, maybe the next class will now be on editing this website. But you could see, let us check the price of this theme that we've just purchased, or we've just used, this Gentium. When you go to theme forest, it was a marketing blogger. Okay, let us just check. This is a kick. It was known as Gentium. Let us just check Gentium. Let's just check Gentium from here. I want us to see the value. This is it. You can see this theme here. If you are to buy it directly, it will cost you $49. If you look at the live preview, let us look at the live preview of this theme here, and then you check it, or you compare it with our own website here, marketagency.blog.co.ke.blog, /blog. This is now the Centium. This is one of the demo, but let us look at this other part of it, because it comes with various home pages. The home page that we've installed is this one. See preview for this. And that is it. So compare this one with this one. You can see the address is this one, gentium.pixarx.com, and then we also have this one here, marketit.co.ke/blog. You can see there is no difference. There is no difference in these two websites. The theme is perfectly placed. Apart from this, the display of these products, but which is now associated with the plugins that we've used. You can see this one is horizontal, and this other one is vertical. This one is vertical, but then everything is perfectly placed. So guys, that is how you install, you create, install apps, and you customize. So from there, you just now start blogging. And now starting blogging is, we've not fully dealt with customizing, but then in our next class, that is what we'll talk about, how now to customize this website. But it is very simple. Maybe it will be part of the assignment for today. From here, from the dashboard, go to appearance, then you customize from here. We have the customize button here. So from here is where you will customize your theme or your website or your WordPress theme. So from there, you remove this, take this, remove this, take this, add this. So that is how it will be. So in our next class, we'll be talking about customizing, some of the how to install the various websites that we'll still need, there are various plugins that we still need to install and make our website run effectively. So if somebody was to, if you had a client that you wanted to to install, you wanted to create a website, and then you are the developer. So what you do, you just go to WP Locker, find a theme like the one we have here, Gentium, which is costing $449. But then you go to WP Locker, you have the cracked version. So what you now do is just make the little editing here and there, but then it will be just as perfect as it is. So I'm not saying that you go do this, but then if need be, if you're dealing with some other, I'm saying it is always best that you, depending with your customer or depending with your client, you can install or you can directly purchase a theme from Envato Market or from themeforest.net, or you can use this our backend way, or this our weird way of installing these things, right? But then that was just for that is just within us. That is just within us. So I think with that, I'll say I'm going to stop there. Let me get questions from you and see if I was too fast or I was too slow, or maybe you wanted to hear something and I went offline, or maybe I used the language that you did not get along with.